Entrepreneurial Clinicians, and welcome to my Monday afternoon. And not to be too dishonest, I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's been a nice start to the week. Not so pressured. Doing pretty okay, which is kind of nice. I am starting to feel a little foggy in the head, so I think it's time to call it a day and not push it beyond reasonable limits. For anyone else who knows about managing fatigue, you know the goal is to not get so tired you can't get up. And it's one of the key principles in addressing a boom-bust cycle. So if anybody has that boom-bust cycle going on where it's like, I've got to do everything now and then you fall apart, and I've got to do everything now and then you fall apart. It's like boom, and then you bust, and boom, and then you bust. Yeah, that's not great for your health. It's not great for your mental health. It's not great for your physical health. And there are things that you can do to stop that. Anywho, I am a work in progress and I am learning how to do all of these things. I have had the pleasure in the last couple of weeks to do some free consults. So I offer a free consult for people who are interested in knowing how private practice building services that I offer might be able to work for them. And sometimes I'm not the right person, and sometimes I have a range of people in my world that I can now recommend and say, I think you need to go here, or you need to go there, or you need to go elsewhere. And it's a joy to be able to do this, because it takes away the pressure of me needing to have all the answers for all the people all the time. So if you've been in private practice or you've been working as a clinician for any length of time, you know that pressure. You know the pressure of feeling like you've got to be the one to answer all the questions and solve all the problems, especially when we're working with populations where there's not a lot of financial resource, because we know if we make a recommendation to go to the left or the right, there's usually money or a time investment involved. The same happens when you're consulting, whether it's me doing corporate consulting like I did last week, or it's me doing private practice consulting like I love to do daily. And last week I was talking to a gorgeous young lady out of LA and I was so proud of her because she is employed, and she came to me because she basically wants to build a side hustle. And she didn't know that that's what she wanted. She just went, I'm watching all of these people with a lot more experience than me talk. I am listening to what people with a lot more experience are saying, and I know I don't want to get into my 40s and be burned out without enough income to retire on in my latter years. And I'm like, yay! The message. This is really cool. We're starting to have an influence on the younger generations coming through. And what it was that she wanted help with is not stuff that I'm good at. Yes, I can help people set up a side hustle, but she wasn't even at that point. She's got a whole heap of work she needs to do before she works on that. But what was really cool for me was I was able to speak into that situation, and to answer some of her questions, I was able to send her to Shockey Pope's book. Now you're going, why are you sending her to this book? Well, I'm not a Californian. I know nothing about business structures well, actually, that's not true. I probably know a lot more about business structures in the United States than I want to. But one of her questions was specifically that Serry addresses. And it's only because I helped Serry write this book that I knew what was in there, which is Serry's got this whole thing. Step 3, what type of business structure do you want? So I was able to say to her, please go and spend $20 on this book and read, if you read nothing else, read that page. Those pages, so it helps you clarify and understand where you want to go. And then I was able to send her to this a client that I've worked with in the past, Catherine O'Brien, who has a website, Happy with Baby, and show this particular person what's possible when you build a resource-rich website and how you monetize that. So now she's got something that's very concrete for her to latch onto and go, oh, I could do that. And then, of course, I sent her to Marissa Lawton, who is the side hustle queen, who has a fantastic resource available here on Facebook to help people get thinking about how they're going to build their side hustle. But what was gorgeous for me was taking all that pressure off about me needing to fix it, because I really wanted to help her. I really, really wanted to help her, but I'm not the right person for her right now. She'd probably be a great candidate for my You, the Entrepreneurial Clinician community, because then we can rally around her and she'll have all this wisdom from all these other people and we can help her problem solve on a daily, weekly basis. But in terms of a step step-by-step educative process. I'm not her girl, especially for people right at the beginning stages. So it was a real joy to be able to send her a follow-up email and ask her how she's going with the resources and the people that I had sent her to. Still waiting to hear from her, but yeah, it was just really cool. So I ask you today, who else do you know? Hey, Carol, yes, you know Serry and you know me. I know Carol. Who else do you know that can act as a resource for you? Because what you may not understand is that if we can let go of the fear that a prospective client or a paying client we're going to lose them if we recommend another person. We've got to let go of that fear and start reminding ourselves that we are a resource and our clients need to be resourced. And we cannot possibly solve all the problems for all the people all of the time. But what you will find is if you start connecting with like-minded people who have different skill set to you and different resources to you, then what starts to happen is you go, oh, you need this person, you need that person, you need this part of that person's program, or you need to go and listen to this podcast 30 times. I have made that recommendation once. I doubt it was followed. And then you start becoming known as somebody who knows people. So I know that I'm really well connected. I just hadn't valued those connections, which is hilarious because I teach a whole program available on Teachable on how to build a network to increase your referral base. So it's kind of at the heart of everything I do is building quality connections with people that are like-minded. Now, you're not going to be able to refer to everybody, and I'm certainly not standing here saying, please pick me to be your referral partner. I get solicited every week from people going, hey, you want to promote my stuff? Do you want to promote my stuff? If I've never heard from you, no. If I've never used your stuff, no. Don't care if you offer me free shipping, don't want it. Carol, yes, I love referring to people I trust. And again, Carol, that is perfect because this business that we are in, the true currency is trust. It's not money. And I'm wondering how many of us can let go of any scarcity mindset or mentality that might be around if we can get rid of the fear that there's not going to be any money left and start making deposits in the trust bank. So a brand new week for me. Looking forward to coming to you a couple of times this week. I have got some more This is Private Practice guest episodes starting to come in. So I look forward to sharing those with you over the coming weeks. So until I am back on your screen or your social media platform, hopefully tomorrow, go be your awesome self.